Hey, 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 what do you say? It is Michelle with Moksha Grace Coaching. Thank you for joining me today. This is Moment of Presence, and I'm by myself today. So, you never know what may happen. Just kidding. Chris is probably listening, going, "Oh dear goodness gracious, what is she going to do?" Um, So let's all take a big deep breath and just slowly let it out. I was watching a video this morning with Marianne Williamson, and it inspired me to kind of change the topic for today. I've been thinking a lot about uh, the topic and moment of presence and my impact that I want to have on all of you, with all of you, and also Moksha Grace. And what, you know, what are we all doing? It has been a crazy week. And so there's been a lot of uh, kind of going deep, doing a deep dive, and figuring this out. Where are we now? This new normal, as things come up, things we're seeing, the world is changing. And I am always a believer of adapting to that change. And you gotta move with the flow. And what I've seen a lot of is I've heard and seen a lot of talk about love, and people going back to deep roots, right? People buying Bibles for the first time, people going to church for the first time. Um, Whatever your spiritual journey is, it's about getting started and taking those first steps. If I can be an inspiration, if I can have any impact on you to take a look at yourself, take a look at your surroundings, and are you happy with the way that your world is going? Don't think about the outside world right now. Think about yourself just for a moment while we're talking and while we're here together. And thank you for joining us, or me. Thank you for joining me, and definitely share out. Um, but it's about it's about love, right? Everything should come from love. That really is all there is, right? God created us, whatever you believe, the divine, the truth with the big T, whatever you decide. We were all put here in love, for love, to be loved. I'm wearing my loved T-shirt today. Because I wanted to make sure I reminded myself I am loved, I do love, and I want to inspire that in others. Now, what's the opposite of love? The opposite of love is fear. So, when we're looking, and in retrospect, as you look around your own world, what are you living from, right? What sparks an action in you? Is it coming from love? Is it coming from fear? And I'm sure you've all heard the acronym of fear is false evidence appearing real. And so when we decide to do something, decide to say something, decide to become something, decide not to do something, is it coming from a place of fear, or is it coming from a place of love? And the only way to know that is to look and feel within. What is your heart telling you? What do you feel? And as I always say, lighter is always the truth. Heavy is always something that isn't true or doesn't feel right. And so when we function from a place of love, or if we're just functioning and we're reacting to all kinds of things that are happening, and we're not even thinking about, is this fear, is this love, should I, shouldn't I, and we're just acting, we're reacting, we're not responding, we're not in control. And the only way to take back that control is to make a decision. And whatever you decide has to be right for you. I'm going to decide, I have decided on my journey that I've been on, is that I'm working from a place of love. The things that I do, the things that I say, the reason I'm here, the reason for Moksha Grace, the reason for anything and everything I do comes from love. Am I perfect? No, of course not. Nobody is. But I do question myself. I do get curious. And like we talked about last week, if you had joined me last week, or joined all of us last week, because we had James with us and we had Krista, and we talked about the things that were going on in the world. And there was some reaction that I've had over the past 10 days that was from either fear or fight. Which fight, what does that come from? That comes from fear. We don't fight in love, we fight in fear. We can love something and we can have faith and we can have hope and we can want to protect. That's different. But fighting to fight, fighting to argue, fighting to not find a compromise, those all come from fear. So I hope that you can, that I'm explaining it so that you can see the difference. And please comment, put some comments down. Hello, Miss Renee. Love that you're here. And love is our topic today. And thank you for sharing out. So the things I wanted to talk about today is, how do we function from love in today's world? How do we remind ourselves and take that step back when we need to? And it can be a 2-second step back. Like, wait a second. Why am I doing this? How many of you have gone to react to a post, whatever it was about, and then did you take a step back and go, why am I putting this out there? And if you didn't, that's okay. But try it. Try it on for size and take a step back. Am I saying these words from a place of love because I want to add value to the world? Put love out there to inspire others, to inspire the change I want to see? Or are you putting it out there because you're in fear, right? You're afraid of losing something. You're afraid of being wrong. You're in fear of something. And there's a lot that we could say we could be fearful of that's going on. Or we can use the other F word and change it into faith and know that I have faith that everything is going exactly the way it's supposed to, which is a hard pill to swallow in recent events. We don't know the plan. We don't. We're not supposed to. Because if we knew the plan, we may not see the plan through out of fear. But if we have faith that the plan was created for us, then we can move forward in love, no matter what happens. I have right on my desk in front of me, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. That is my love statement. Whatever happens in life, I'm going to receive it with ease, joy, and glory. And I suggest that you find whatever fits for you, but words of inspiration to put on your desk or put in front of you, to put on the bathroom mirror, something. Maybe it's a question. Is this from fear or is this from love? It could be that simple. So that's a way that we can start shifting our perspectives, tweaking the way that we're all living. Because I think everyone would agree that there's always room for improvement. There's always room for us to get better. There's always room for us to inspire and impact others around us. But do you want to do it from a place of fear or from a place of love? It's like when your friend tells you that they want to change jobs and they want to quit, they want to move on. And we're like, oh my, but do you have a job already? And what if you don't find another job? That's all coming from fear. And now we're impacting that other person's decision based on our fears. Did we even ask why they want to make that decision? Did we ask what's happening and going on with them? So we have to dive in a little deeper before we start sharing out advice, before we react to something. I'm sure that I'm not the only one that has seen memes and posts that were just mean. No matter, again, what you believe in and what side you're on, but the stuff that is being thrown back and forth is not helpful to anybody. And is it coming from love or is it coming from fear? Because if it's coming from fear, then that's what we're extending. That's what we're keeping that flow of fear going. I want to stop that. All of us should want to stop that. And we should all want to function from a place of love. And there's been times where I've wanted to react and say, hey, wait a second. That's not nice, or that's pretty crappy. But it's someone else's opinion. And an opinion is, in fact, it's an opinion. I may not like it. I may not choose to read it, subscribe to it. I may scroll past it. But isn't that the key? Scroll past it. Get over it. You don't have to allow it to infiltrate you and how you feel. Other people's feelings, other people's opinions are theirs. And if more of us stand up in love and put that out there, no matter what you say or do, I accept you for who you are. We can't change other people. We can change ourselves. And when we change ourselves and we're putting out different frequencies, if you will, putting out that different energy, like attracts like, we're going to have a different, it may be a different circle. The circle may get even bigger because we've shifted our perspective. We've shifted our energy. So a couple things that I can suggest for you to try to break the habit of falling into that fear mentality. And we all do it, but these are some of the things that work for me. So one of the ones, and I've done this, I love it. When you're in fear or you don't like something or you have a belief about something or you're feeling negative about something, write it down. Write that negative thought, comment, feeling down. Write them all down. Just let it all out. Have a little negative rant and kind of make it in a column. And then what you're going to do, put fear on the top of it or negative, whatever you want. And then on the other side, on the other column or a different page, whatever you want to do, I want you to flip it. And I want you to change that statement, whatever you wrote, into a positive. So if it's like, I can't stand being told what to do. I hate being micromanaged. I get so annoyed with people that they don't think my way. We can go over to the positive side and go, okay, I hate being micromanaged. I appreciate that there are passionate people out there that want me to do a really good job. I can appreciate that this is their business and I'm an employee. I love that I have a position where someone sees me. That's how I felt when I worked in corporate America a lot. So I'm using that example. If it's a relationship, I can't stand when my partner, husband, wife, whatever, belittles me. How can you change that into a positive? I know that I rock. I know that I'm amazing. I'm so happy that I have my own opinion of myself, that others' opinions don't matter. You may not believe it right at that moment. More you say it, the more it will feel more comfortable. It's kind of like when you buy a coat or a pair of jeans and they're kind of not as comfortable the first few times, but after you've washed them a few times, they become so comfortable and like your favorite jeans. The same thing. This is all change. And there's another one. I hate change. Or I embrace the flow of life. I welcome in all of life with ease, joy, and glory. I embrace change because I love new experiences. Is it playing a little bit of a mind game with yourself? Yes, of course it is. But it's coming from your heart. You're allowing your heart to speak for you. So it's coming from love. So we're switching. So that would be what we would call journaling from the heart. And also relieving or releasing old limiting beliefs. Get rid of them. You don't need them anymore. Something else you can do is do something nice for someone else without being asked. Just go be a good steward. Go be in service to somebody. And we've all heard that example of buying someone a cup of coffee, the person behind us, hey, I'm going to pay for theirs, right? Do something nice for someone who least expects it. Leave a little note for one of your coworkers because you know they're having a hard time. Do something from the goodness of your heart. They may be driving you crazy because they're having a hard time. They may be telling you the same story they've told you 100 times about their family driving them crazy about something. They're going through something. And you don't know exactly what it is. You may not know how it feels to be in that situation. You may have some idea. Tap into that. Have you ever been not accepted? Have you ever been put down? Have you ever been misunderstood? So when you think about your own experiences, you can respond from the heart, because how would you have wanted to be treated? And that's really, really important right now, especially because it seems like we have, different sides of opinions. Yet I'm seeing a lot of people on one side that are doing things that the one side didn't like when the other side was doing it. And they wouldn't like it if it reversed and the other side was doing it again. And this goes back to what we were talking about last week, humans behaving badly. It's not about culture. It's not about race. It's not about politics. It's not about religion. It's about humanity is misbehaving. And we have to start acting and behaving from love versus fear. So, the other thing you can do is breathe. Take that moment before you react. Take that moment and ask yourself, am I doing this from love? Am I doing this from fear? Am I saying this from love? Am I saying this from fear? And some of this, we all learned a lot of this in kindergarten. And when we say go back to basics, maybe we need to go back to some of that. Be nice to each other. Be kind to one another. Treat others the way you would want yourself to be treated, or someone you love to be treated, because not everybody loves themselves, and they should. And if you don't, you may want to book a call, because that's what we talk about when we talk about coaching, when we talk about working through the shadows and the things that hold you back. It's these limiting beliefs, these things that we've learned out of fear, but it's other people's fear. When we're born clear and ready for life. And then stuff happens. Not anyone's fault, just happens, because that's the plan. We're here to experience life, and some of it can cause us to have very limiting beliefs or live from a place of fear. It's time to clean it up. It's time to clean up humanity and start living from love, living as our authentic selves. And if you don't know who your authentic self is, if you don't even know what that looks like, feels like, sounds like, then there's some work that needs to be done. I can't do it for you. I can be here to hold your hand and walk you through it. I can ask you or help you ask yourself some questions and work through the beliefs that you want to let go. But I cannot do it for you. When you need help, you reach out for help. And you reach out to somebody that speaks your language, or at least speaks the language that you want to be speaking. If you want to start living from a place of love, I'm on this journey with you. And I'm going to do a 30-day challenge. And I'm going to make sure, whether it's journal prompts, whether it's an act of kindness, it's going to be some kind of an idea to remind you that we're all in this together, and we're going to be living from a place of love. So I would strongly suggest, if you want to jump on the bandwagon with me, that you join my community on Facebook. Let me put that up. I know I can find it there. Oh, it magically came on, because I bet you there's a COO sitting in the background listening. Thank you, Krista. Join the mokshagrace.com group, or mokshagrace.com/group. It's a Facebook group. Yes, I know some people don't want to use Facebook anymore. For God's sakes, if it's going to give you help and inspiration, are you staying away from Facebook out of love or out of fear? Are you not engaging with things that are good for you out of love or out of fear? Are you watching the news out of love or out of fear? And I'm going to say love for yourself, because if you have a pit in the bottom of your stomach as you're watching the news or you're watching something, turn it off. Out of love for yourself, for God's sakes, turn it off. You can watch it some other time. You can catch up on it another time. Maybe you can read about it instead of watching it. But we've got to wake up. We've got to wake up and we've got to open our eyes and start living from love. You don't want to buy the Bible? You don't want to go to church? Okay. But live from love, because that's what we're here to do. All right. So today's quote is, "The present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it." Can anyone tell me who said that before I give it away? Thich Nhat Hanh. I hope I said that right. A journal prompt, if you'd like to start today, since today will be day number 1, is, what fear from the past pulls you out of the present moment? What fear from the past pulls you out of the present moment? And how would letting it go? Imagine letting it go. How would that feel in your body? To not be afraid of whatever it is. So we're going to be walking through this. We're going to be, I'll go live. I'm going to just do little quick lives in the group to remind everybody what is going on for the day. And it's going to be a 30-day challenge. It's going to be a 30-day challenge for me. I haven't gone, quick lives in 30 days in a row. I don't know. I think I've done that once or twice before. I am going to challenge myself to do it. Why? I'm doing it out of love. Because I want to put more love out there. I want to put more love out there so that it helps change not only your world, but my world too. So love, love, love. I believe there's a Beatles song we can all be singing. And that's what we're going to be about. So let's take a couple deep breaths. And I want you to think about who and what you love. And just bring them in. So hands on heart. And put a smile on your face, because we're thinking about anything and everything that we love. And just big deep breath in. Hold it. Where do you love to go? What do you love to do? Exhale slowly. Feel it go into your heart. Another deep breath in. What's your favorite food that you love? What's a hobby that you love? Who are the people that you love? Exhale slowly. Let it sink into your heart. And right now, look around you, wherever you are. Your car, your desk, your house, whatever. Just look around you. What's one thing in front of you that just makes you smile? And just remember why you have that on your desk, or why you have it in front of you, where it came from. Why do you love it so much? Big deep breath in. And exhale out. Good. Now I know some of you out there may be going, yeah, but Michelle, there's like all this stuff going on, and we got to stay in touch, and it's reality, and we can't just put on our rose tinted glasses. I should have my rose tinted glasses. I actually have a pair. You're right. We can't. And we have to stay in the know. But are you staying in the know out of love? Out of love for country, out of love for your family? Or are you staying in the know out of fear? FOMO, fear of missing out, fear of being able to speak out, fear of having to defend something. Think about that. This world is ours. This life experience is ours. We get to decide how we're going to experience this life. So I'm expanding my saying because it's not just about waking up in the morning and deciding, is it going to be a good day or a bad day? You get to decide every morning, am I going to live out of love, from a place of love, or am I going to live from a place of fear? And in the morning when you wake up, I'm going to challenge you that if you start thinking about, oh, I got to do this and this, take a moment. I'm thankful that I woke up today. I love life. What do you love about life? Say that to yourself. Remind yourself of that. These are all little things that you can do that will change the course of your day. Little things. They don't cost a penny. Not even a penny. But the impact is huge. We've heard a lot of people talking about seeds, planting seeds. You plant a seed and then it grows. It grows because you love and you care for it. You nurture it. We have to do the same thing with ourselves. And if you've been taking an axe to yourself or to other people in fear and with your words, right? And you've been cutting people down or belittling situations, is that how you want to live? Is that the kind of human you want to be? Is that what you want to teach the younger generation? So, yeah, I guess I sound a little bit like I'm either preaching or giving a lecture, and I'm not going to apologize for that because I think that there's some people that need to hear it. And if they watch, great. That's wonderful. I'm glad that this found you, and I hope that it helps. If you know somebody that this would help, then forward it on to them and share it. But I'm not going to stop. We got to live from love. And we got to be good humans because we're sharing this world, this experience with all the other humans. And we're all connected. So if you're mean to someone else, it's going to boomerang. It's going to come back at you. So we've got to be nicer. So you can choose love or you can choose fear. It's totally up to you. It is a perspective shift. If you need help with that perspective shift, then reach out. If you want help over the next 30 days, let me help you build habits. I'm not making you sign up for anything or charging you anything. If you want to sign up on the email, that would be cool because then it's going to come to your inbox. So you can definitely do that. I think I can pull that up. Oops, she did it already. Dang it, I couldn't do it fast enough. Otherwise, it's all free. I'm doing it out of love. So I hope that you can receive it. I hope that you can feel it. And I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for listening to my little love rant today. We got to love ourselves. And it also has to start with us. We can't wait for other people to do it. No one's coming to save us but us. And we're in this together. I don't care what people say. We are all in this together because we are all human. We are all humanity. We're all on this planet. So let's start acting out of love. Okay? Have a wonderful 24 hours. I don't know when I'm going to pop in and go live every day, but watch out for me because I'm going to pop up when you least expect it. So I will see you tomorrow. Talk to you soon. And remember, make good choices. Choose love. Have a nice day.